Today I'm going to show you the best of Louis Vuitton's cheapest handbags that you can still find for under $2,000. Now in the last video we just talked about how Louis Vuitton just raised their prices across the board by at least 4% in the US, even going up to as high as 9%. And is that because of the tariffs or is that just their annual price increase? We discussed all that in the last video here, and after that last price increase there's still approximately 20 styles still under $2,000 at Louis Vuitton, but I have narrowed it down for you to the best top 12 so that you don't have to think too hard. And I have a variety of both big bags, small bags, women's and men's bags to show you. So we're going to start with the most expensive in the list down to the least expensive. And just before we start, I want you to pause this video here and look at the quiz I have up on the screen. Which of these 4 options do you think is the cheapest bag at Louis Vuitton in 2025 right after these price increases? Option A, the LV Pochette. Option B, the Pochette Camille. Option C, the Alma BB. Or option D, the Nano Speedy. Put your answer in the comment section down below. Okay, let's get started. Now, all the prices we'll be discussing today are in US dollars from the US website. In position 12, the most expensive of my best under $2,000 list. This is called the Wallet on Chain Louis Vuitton Bloom, and this is $1,980. This is an entirely calfskin leather bag, and it comes in 4 colors. So there's black, azure, which is blue, sand, which is like a beige color, and sweet coral, which is like an orangey red color. So as the name suggests, it is a wallet on chain. Now you can fit a smartphone in this, and I love the beautiful charms that's on the front of the bag, and I love that chain as well. So here's the front. We've got calfskin leather and calfskin trim. This is a magnetic closure, and you've got these beautiful charms. Here's the side of the bag. Here's the interior of the bag. There's a microfiber lining. And what I love about it is you get 1 flat inside pocket, 3 card slots, and Louis Vuitton says it can fit a smartphone, earphones, a Victorine wallet, and your keys. Now this is the back of the bag, no back pocket. So apparently this chain is sliding and it is removable. Position number 11. Now we're heading over to the men's section, and this is called the Steamer Wearable Wallet. So this is $1,970. And in this price point, you can get 2 of the varieties. There's Monogram Macassar and Monogram Eclipse. There are some other varieties, but they're outside of the 2,000 price point range. Now here's the front. You can see it has the emblematic chain and pin closure right there. Now you can see the chain is a signature steamer style chain, and that's a magnetic closure as well. Now this strap is not removable, but it is adjustable. Here it is from the side. Here it is from the interior. That's a textile lining. And here it is at the back. You'll notice that the hardware is black hardware. I really love the black hardware. It gives it like a real edgy look. So this is great for both men and women. Position number 10. Let's head over to our big bag territory. So this is called the Graceful PM bag, and this is going for $1,950. Now in previous year's list, the Graceful MM size also made it onto the list, but no longer in 2025. The Graceful MM is now over the $2,000 price point. So only the Graceful PM fits in this category now. And you can get this in the 3 canvas prints, the Monogram, Damier Ben, and Damier Azur. So here it is from the front. So you can see this is an everyday shoulder carry tote bag. It's like a soft and smushy bag. It's got a really flat, comfortable shoulder strap. Now here it is from the interior. So that's a magnetic closure, and there's also a zippered inside pocket, and that's a textile lining as well. This bag does have gold hardware, and I love the luggage tag or the name tag, whatever you call it, that's hanging on the front as decoration. Position number 9. Back in the men's section, this is called the Alpha Wearable Wallet. This is a really chic all black bag. So it's black on black. Even the hardware is black. This is $1,940 US, and this is made from a green calf leather. This is a really discreet, quiet luxury if you know bag. So if you're someone who does not want logos plastered all over you, whether it is your personal style, better for security, blah blah, this is definitely an option to look at under the $2,000 price point. So there's 2 outside zippered pockets. Now here it is in the interior. That's a textile lining. Inside, there's 2 flat pockets and 6 card slots. So it's really convenient as like a utilitarian bag. Now that strap is removable and adjustable. Here is the back. Bag number 8. Back into the women's section. This is the Alma BB. Who doesn't know the Alma BB? And this is the coated canvas version we're talking about. The other versions are over the $2,000 price point, and this is $1,900. Now in the coated canvas, it's the monogram and the damier bend. There hasn't been a damier azure one, like a basic damier azure one, for a long time. Sometimes they make limited edition damier azure ones, but to get a normal damier azure one has not seemed to have existed for some years now. So here it is from the front. So we have the coated canvas, and then we have the leather trim. So it is vachetta with the monogram, or the treated leather with the damier bend. We have a double zip closure, and you get a padlock with that and a key belt. Here it is from the interior. So that's a textile lining, and you get an inside flat pocket. Now that strap is both removable and adjustable. So remember, this is actually the newest iteration or the newest version of the Alma BB. This is the one that came out last year where they made some improvements, like they improved the hardware, improved the strap adjustability, because previous models did not have an adjustable strap. So if you go for ones pre-loved, you may be buying the older model as opposed to this newer one that's on the website now. So just look at the details of the ones you're looking at on the pre-loved market. In position number 7, we're heading back over to our bigger bags. These are the Speedy Bandouliere bags. Now only the size 25 and size 30 made it into the under $2,000 price list. The other sizes are over $2,000. So for the coated canvas, you can still get this all 3 canvas prints: monogram, damier bend, and damier azure. Now it's $1,900 for the Speedy B25 or $1,980 for the Speedy B30. So some people might think it's worth that $80 extra to go up 5 centimeters, and some people are like, that's just simply too big, I'm going to stick with the Speedy B25. Always buy what actually suits you better and suits your lifestyle better, as opposed to what you think is the best value, because sometimes the best value doesn't suit you, you don't wear it at all. And remember, the Speedy Bandouliere is the version with the shoulder strap. There is the classic Speedy, which doesn't have the shoulder strap, which we'll be talking about soon. So these bags have the coated canvas, and then they have the leather trim. So if it's the monogram or damier azure, you'll get vachetta, but if it's damier bend, you'll get the treated leather. So here they are from the front. There's gold hardware. It's done up top by a double zip, and you also get a padlock as well. And that strap is both removable and adjustable. So here it is from the interior. So that's a textile lining, and inside you do get 1 pocket. Otherwise it's a big black hole. And then you've also got 2 top handles. And here it is from the back, no back pocket. In position number 6, we're jumping over back to the small bags. And when I mean small, this one's tiny. This is the Alma Nano, coming in at $1,840. Now, this might actually be too impractical for some people, but it is just so cute. So if you're one of those TBE girls, tiny bag energy, as coined by Cassie Thorpe, then this is for you. This is a classic shape in a TBE size. So this one only comes in the monogram canvas with the vachetta trim. Here it is from the front. It's still a double zip closure like all the other Almas, still gold hardware, and the strap is removable and adjustable. Now this is what Louis Vuitton reckon you can fit in there: a smartphone, a Rosalie coin purse, keys, lipstick, and earphones. And here's the bag from the back. So even though it's a nano bag, according to Louis Vuitton, it can still fit all the basic essentials for like a night out or just when you're going really minimal. Now before we continue, if we haven't already met before, hi, I'm Lady Vintage Bags, your vintage designer handbag obsessed Aussie. And on this channel, I talk all about my vintage designer handbags, mostly Louis Vuitton, sometimes Chanel and Hermes, and now my new favorite brand, Bali. And I also love to do Louis Vuitton new releases as well. So if that's your jam, hit subscribe and let's continue learning together. Now, position number 5, sticking with the tiny bags. This is called the Nano Speedy. So we already talked about the Speedy B, Speedy Bandouliere. Now we're going to the small size, the Nano Speedy. This is in the monogram canvas at $1,880. But if you want to upgrade a little, you can actually get the Ompront leather at $1,990, still under that $2,000 bracket. So this is literally a miniature version of the Speedy. So you still get the 2 top handles, monogram canvas body. Now the cowhide, it says colored cowhide. So I don't really know what that means. And it's still done up by a zip. Now that strap is both removable and adjustable. The older versions of the Nano Speedy, the strap is not removable. Only the newer versions are. So make sure if you're looking at these on the pre-loved market, you look at whether the strap is removable or not. Because some of the people who bought the first few rounds of the first iterations of the Nano Speedy ended up cutting their straps so they could add other straps. So make sure you buy the one with the removable strap. Here it is from the interior. Now, Louis Vuitton is saying you can fit a smartphone, Rosalie coin purse, sunglasses, earphones, keys, and a lipstick. So basically they're saying it's the same capacity as the Nano Alma, which makes sense, Nano Alma and Nano Speedy. So they're saying both of those are roughly about the same size. And here it is from the back, no back pocket. Position number 4. This is one of my favorites in the list. This is back in the men's section called Trocadero Wearable Wallet. And this is actually a re-edition, re-release, reimagination, remake, whatever you want to call it, of the vintage Trocadero bags from the 90s and 2000s. And actually I have a whole comparison video showing you 10 vintage Louis Vuitton alternatives to Louis Vuitton's 10 hottest bags right now. And actually the Trocadero Wearable Wallet is inside that list too. So if you're interested in learning more about Louis Vuitton vintage styles and how they are actually usually the original versions of the remakes coming out now, I'm going to leave that video here. So the Trocadero Wearable Wallet comes in at $1,740 for the monogram Eclipse version, or $1,840 for the monogram version. So if you're more into like the darker color scheme, you can save $100 by going for the monogram Eclipse. Otherwise, if you really love the classic monogram, then it's just $100 more. Okay, so as the name suggests, it's a wearable wallet. So it's more like a wok shape, wok style, but in like a bag, camera bag form. So here it is from the front. We've got that coated canvas. We've got that aged cowhide, and we've got aged gold tone hardware. Now that strap is both removable and adjustable. So here it is from the interior. So this is a textile lining. You have that main compartment. And so here it is from the back. I think this is a really great unisex grab and go bag, like chef's kiss on this one. Now we're coming close to the end, guys, so make sure you stick around to see which bag is going to be the cheapest bag. In position number 3, this bag needs no introduction. This is Louis Vuitton's classic Speedy bag that's been around for like 100 years. Now, I could no longer find the classic Speedy 25 in any material at all on the website. So someone tell me if I'm wrong, do they still make the classic Speedy 25? So what I could find was the Damier Ebene size 30, which is $1,630, and Damier Ebene size 35, which is $1,700. So there's only a $70 difference between the size 30 and the size 35. So I'll leave that up to you to decide, is it worth paying $70 extra to get an extra 5 centimeters? Or it's really not worth it to get a bigger bag that you don't really want a bigger bag anyway. So we have the Damier Ebene coated canvas, we have the treated leather and gold hardware, and we can see it has the double zip on the top with the padlock, and we have the double rolled handles. Here it is from the interior. So that's a textile lining. It's like a red textile lining. Then we have the interior pocket. That's a zippered pocket. And you also get a D-ring to hang keys or something if you want to. So if you are someone who wants to have that classic Speedy in your bag, you want to go so pure, you don't even want to get the bandouliere version, this is definitely still under $2,000 for you. Now, position number 2. This is also another one of my favorites. Introducing the Pochette Camille. And this is a very cute and dainty monogram coated canvas bag going for $1,630. There's currently only one version of this bag. And to me, this is one of Louis Vuitton's 2025 it bags, and I was so excited when this bag was first released. I made a whole separate video explaining the origins of the design and comparing it to past it bags like the Favorite and the Eva. So I'll leave that video here if you want to learn more about the Pochette Camille itself and the comparisons. So here it is from the front. So this is like a reimagination of the early 2000s Camille bag, which was released in the spring summer show. So this is a monogram canvas bag. It has the cowhide trim, S-lock closure on the front, very beautiful chain. Now here it is from the side. Here it is from the interior. So you can see it's a microfiber lining, no pockets on the inside. Now Louis Vuitton is saying it can fit a Rosalie compact wallet, a smartphone, keys, and an earphone. That chain strap is both removable and kind of adjustable. When I mean kind of adjustable, it's got like 2 or 3 adjustment settings, but I do go through the adjustment settings with you in that video I was telling you about. Here we are, guys. We finally made it to position number 1. So did you guess it right? It is the Felicie Pochette. This you can still find actually in a number of iterations under the $2,000 price point. So the most basic one is the coated canvas, so Damier Ebene, Damier Azur, or monogram canvas for $1,550. Or if you want to go a little bit fancy, you can get the single color on-pront leather for $1,690. Or if you want to get a little bit fancier again, there's the on-pront leather in the bicolor for $1,850. Now, what everyone loves about the Pochette Felice is it is a very nice and structured bag, little wok size, beautiful dainty chain, and here it is from the interior. And that's where the magic happens, it's in the interior. So when you open up the bag, you get 2 additional inserts. One is like a zippered insert and the other one's like a card holder insert, which can be used with or without the bag. So you can take this out and use it with other bags or use it to organize the Pochette Felice itself. Now on the front of the bag, it's done up by press stud closure, so it's easy to open and close, no fiddling. And Louis Vuitton say you can fit a smartphone, an LV Charms card holder, earphones, keys, and a lipstick. Now that chain is removable, but it's not adjustable, but you can just swap the chain out and put any other chain on there. So that's it, guys. Currently the most cheapest bag at Louis Vuitton is $1,550 US. And it's the Pochette Felice. So let me know in the comment section, did you get the quiz correct? The quiz that we did in the beginning. Now, if you guys haven't already seen, I did recently do a vintage Louis Vuitton unboxing, which is my favorite alternative to the Louis Vuitton Pochette accessoires. And I'll leave that video here. And if you guys haven't already checked out the Louis Vuitton price increases video that just happened, then I'm gonna leave that discussion video here. And maybe it's because of the tariffs.